Welcome back to another weekly roundup of cloud gaming news brought to you by yours truly. Remember, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest in cloud gaming, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next video. And of course, if you enjoy the content, give the video a like, it helps the channel out a lot. But for now, let's get into this week's cloud gaming news. So let's start with some positive news stories for Google Stadia. I know, right? First up, I actually wanted to shout out the new Stadia trailer. In the past, one of our biggest complaints about Stadia has been their marketing, either lack thereof or it just completely missing the mark. But the new trailer does a great job at showcasing some of the bigger titles coming to Google Stadia, like Madden 21 and Jedi Fallen Order from EA, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Cyberpunk 2077. Not only that, but they are finally hitting the mark in terms of highlighting one of the selling benefits of cloud gaming services like Stadia, which is ditching the downloads. Recently, Stadia actually saw a boost of users after people wanted to jump straight into Baldur's Gate 3 on release date and saw that the recommended storage space for this one was 150 gigs. This is something I can actually foresee with Cyberpunk 2077, as people, myself included, are excited to jump straight into the game at its release date. And despite the literal optimization magic that CD Projekt Red has worked on this game, it's still set to be around 70 gigs. For some people, that's a weekend of downloading. But that is a fantastic segue into our next news story. Whoever writes this stuff honestly is a goddamn genius. Yes, yesterday CD Projekt Red and Stadia confirmed that Cyberpunk 2077 will be coming to Stadia at release date alongside PC and consoles. Now, we knew the game was coming to Stadia, but Google never actually confirmed a date, and we've seen games like this take longer to make their way to the Stadia platform in the past. Honestly, what probably helped in this case was the fact that the game has already been delayed twice. Had it actually been released back in April 2020, this November release date is probably about the time that we would have seen it come to Stadia. But now everyone will have a chance to jump into it on the same day, no matter what platform. We'll all get along, there's no such thing as console wars, and my butt smells like a unicorn's birthday wish. I'm gonna take back my comment about the guy writing this being a genius. He's insane. Either way, Cyberpunk 2077 is available to pre-order on Stadia right now. This week, Stadia also saw a new game added to the library with Cake Bash, which honestly, it just looks adorable. It's a 4-player party-style game, which is available right now for $19.99. And following this party-style game trend, Stadia will also be adding Family Feud on November 12th from Ubisoft. Ubisoft really do be out here buying up as many board games and game show IPs as possible, don't they? Like Uno, Monopoly, Family Feud. And finally, with the 1-year release anniversary of Stadia fast approaching, next week Stadia announced they will literally be delivering good stuff for 3 days from October 20th to October 22nd. But what exactly does good stuff mean? On Twitter, Stadia has stated this will consist of announcements, reveals, and other surprises, as well as free games you can try straight away. That is taking the form of playable demos for free unreleased titles, and these demos will be exclusive to Google Stadia and available to any level user, whether you're a pro subscriber or on the free tier. So we already have a pretty good idea that one of these demos will be the upcoming Ubisoft title Immortals Fenyx Rising, which I'm super excited to jump into and try straight away. But other than that, we can only speculate what the other 2 demos might be, as well as what else we'll see in this 3-day event. So what else do you think will be announced next week? Let me know in those comments down below. Next, over to Microsoft Xcloud Game Pass. I had to talk about this one after I saw it on Twitter. Pure evidence that cloud gaming truly is the future, and the accessibility options are endless. Richard Mallard is out here playing Doom Eternal on Game Pass streaming on his friggin' Samsung fridge. This is literally so cool. No pun intended. This was achieved by sideloading the Android version of Game Pass onto the smart fridge, and I can now die just a little bit more complete in the knowledge that Samsung fridges run Android. Moving on, my go-to controller for Game Pass streaming is the Razer Kishi, which I've previously reviewed, and I'll link up here. But I'm always interested in other controllers to make the mobile gameplay experience as comfortable as possible. Well, 2 new controllers have been announced from a company called Nacon, which are specifically designed to be used with Game Pass. We have the MGX, which is a more traditional Switch handheld kind of design. And for the pro gamers, we have the MGX Pro, which is literally an Xbox controller that you can put your phone in the middle of. It's pretty cool. Both controllers hold Android phones up to 6.7 inches, pair via Bluetooth, and have a 20-hour battery life. They are both set to release early 2021. Let me know which one of these you're most interested in. I'll pick it up and we'll do a review. Next, it's a new week, which of course, as always, new games added to GeForce Now. This week we have another full selection with 11 titles being added, which I'll throw up on the screen here. This week, GeForce Now has actually added both free titles from the Epic Game Store. First up, just in time for Halloween, we have Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. That doesn't look creepy at all. And also Kingdom New Lands. We also have a free MMORPG from the Steam store called Skyforge, and 2 day and date releases with Second Extinction and Out of Reach Treasure Royale. So all in all, it's shaped up to be another great week for GeForce Now. And in a quick Shadow update, it's been a while since we've talked about activation times. This is something I'm going to try to include at least once a month moving forward, but I'll leave a link in the description below to the full post on the Shadow community forum. This time around, we actually have some pretty great news around activation times, if you live in America. For people looking to sign up close to the Chicago, Texas, or Santa Clara data centers, the activation time for you is...
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
Within 24 hours. I know, right? Then moving over to the East Coast, kind of feel like a weatherman right now. For the New York data center, if you pre-ordered before October 5th, activation is estimated by December, and after October 5th is estimated by the end of January 2021. Okay, with the good news out of the way, let's talk about Europe.
It's good you came in summer. In winter, it can get very depressing.
Easily the highest in-demand data center, we have Paris, where across the board the current wait is around 4 to 5 months. So if you pre-ordered before September 21st, the activation is estimated by February 2021, and after September 21st by March 2021. And lastly, we have the Amsterdam data center, which is actually quickly catching up. The latest post says this week they activated pre-orders that were received between August 19th and August 25th. But on my Discord, I've heard people who ordered later than that date being activated this week. So firstly, and most importantly, if you're not already in the Discord, link is in the description. But secondly, it's a great sign to see one of the European data centers catching up, and hopefully some of that resource can then be directed to Paris. And to finish off, as I always do, I'll try and point you towards free games wherever I can to help get you through 2020. We've already briefly mentioned the free titles available from the Epic Game Vault. This week we have Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and Kingdom New Lands. And over on Steam, we have the 60th anniversary celebration for Sega, going on until October 19th, with up to 95% off some of the classic Sega titles, as well as some free Sega games like Sonic 2, Armor of Heroes, Endless Zone, and Streets of Kamurocho. But that's it from me this week, so of course, if you enjoyed the content, you found it somewhat helpful, a like rating would be appreciated. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next video. Hope everyone's staying safe out there, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.